All right, y'all, gather round. Tonight we're talking about the real stuff. The kind of stories that make you glance over your shoulder to make sure nothing's watching. See, the universe is a prominent place. Too big if you ask me. And then something weird happens. Something that don't fit. Something that nobody can explain. I'm talking about UFOs, aliens. Encounters that leave even the most brilliant scientists scratching their heads. So grab a seat, keep the lights low, and ask yourself, what if we're not alone? The Phoenix Lights, 1997, a sky full of secrets. Picture this, March 13th, 1997, Phoenix, Arizona. A quiet evening, folks just going about their business. Then, bam, thousands of people look up and see a gigantic V-shaped craft, silent as a shadow floating right over the city. No sound, no engine, just there. It was more significant than a football field, with lights that pulsed like a slow, steady heartbeat. Now, the government, they said, oh, just some flares, nothing to hear, but what about the people who saw it? Pilots, cops, even the governor. They knew what they saw, and it sure as hell wasn't flares. So what was it? Some secret military toy? Or something? Not from around here. The Rendlesham Forest Incident, 1980. The night the military panicked. Now, let's hop across the pond to England in December 1980. There we will find a U.S. Air Force base called RAF Bentwaters. Late one night, patrolmen see weird lights in the woods. They figure, hey, maybe a downed plane, so they head out to check. What did they find? A glowing triangular craft sitting right there in the trees. Symbols etched into its side like nothing they'd ever seen. Their Geiger counters going haywire. Radiation levels are off the charts. Then, poof, the thing vanishes. Years later, one of those soldiers, Vice Colonel Charles Halt, said, "We were dealing with something not of this world. So why is the government still keeping this one locked up tight? What landed in those woods?" The Betty and Barney Hill abduction, 1961, the missing 2 hours. Now this one's a classic. Betty and Barney Hill are just a normal couple driving home one night in New Hampshire. Then they see it, a bright flashing disc tailing their car. The next thing they know, 2 whole hours are gone. Under hypnosis, they remember everything, beaming up into a ship, gray beings with huge black eyes. Running tests. Betty even drew a star map the aliens showed her. And here's the kicker. Years later, astronomers found a star system that matched her drawing perfectly. A system nobody knew about in 1961. How do you explain that? The Aerial School UFO, 1994. When 60 kids saw the same thing, Zimbabwe, 1994. A schoolyard full of kids playing at recess. Then panic, screaming, crying. Why? Because a silver disc landed right outside their school, and tiny beings with big dark eyes stepped out. Now kids make stuff up, right? But 62 children, all telling the same story, drawing the same pictures. Even Harvard psychologists said, these kids weren't lying, so why them? Why kids? The USS Nimitz Tic-Tac UFO, 2004, the thing that outran a fighter. Jet last one, 2004. The U.S. Navy's out training near San Diego. Then their radar picks up something weird. A white tic-tac-shaped object darting around at unbelievable speeds. No wings, no exhaust, just moving, then it does the impossible. Drops from 80,000 feet to sea level in less than a second. Fighter jets try to chase it? Laughable. This thing outran them like they were standing still. The Pentagon admitted the footage was authentic, but they still won't say what it was. So, what kind of tech moves like that? The big question. Now, I ain't saying it's aliens, but we got pilots, military, regular folks, all seeing things that defy explanation. Government's hiding. Files. Scientists are scratching their heads. So what's going on? You tell me, drop your theories below, and if you've ever seen something unexplainable. Well, you ain't alone. Fire crackles, a distant whoosh in the sky. The storyteller looks up, then back at the camera with a slow smile. Storyteller, whispering, keep looking up. Smash that like button if you believe there's more out there, and subscribe for more mysteries they don't want you to know.